Hello there, you're tuning into Nightline with me, Nakia Basharudin. The headlines. Appreciate peace, security and prosperity of the nation, urges the King. And Latifa Koya reports for duty as MACC new chief. Welcome. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah called on Malaysians to reflect upon the deeds and sacrifices made by those who fought to make the country what it is today. In his Hari Raya Aidilfitri address, the King also urged the public to sow the seeds of unity and reject matters which can jeopardize national harmony.
Namun, dalam kita bergembira, janganlah kita melupai pengorbanan dan jasa-jasa mereka yang telah meninggalkan sebuah negara bumi bertuah yang bernama Malaysia yang aman, lagi makmur untuk diwarisi serta dinikmati oleh kita. Semoga Allah SWT mencuci rahmat ke atas roh-roh mereka yang telah terlebih dahulu meninggalkan kita. Beta juga amat menghargai pengorbanan mereka yang terpaksa bertugas pada hari yang mulia ini, khususnya kepada anggota Angkatan Tentera Malaysia dan Polis Diraja Malaysia, serta semua anggota agensi kerajaan yang bertugas demi menjaga keamanan dan kemakmuran negara kita. Pada hari yang penuh keberkatan ini, beta ingin mengajak seluruh rakyat untuk menghargai keamanan, keselamatan dan kemakmuran yang kita nikmati hari ini.
The King also expressed his thanks to those who had extended their condolences to him over the passing of his father, the late former Sultan of Pahang Paduka Ayahanda Sultan Ahmad Shah, on May 22nd. In the meantime, Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and the Raja Permaisuri Agong, Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria, will hold their Aidilfitri open house in Pekan Pahang on June 6. Controller of the royal household of the Sultan of Pahang, Dato' Ahmad Kirizal Abdul Rahman, said in a statement that the event would be held at Istana Abdul Aziz from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. He said all the people are welcome and are requested to be properly attired in keeping with a period of mourning. Pahang has declared 40 days of mourning for the public following the passing of the former Sultan of Pahang, Paduka Ayahanda Sultan Ahmad Shah Al-Mustain Billah on May 22nd. Dato' Ahmad Kirizal said Their Majesties extended Aidilfitri greetings to the people of Pahang and the invited guests. He also said that Sultan Abdullah and Tunku Azizah expressed gratitude for being able to celebrate Aidilfitri with the people for the first time after the Sultan's election as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on January 31st. He said guests of the open house are permitted to park their vehicles at the parking lot of Gallery Kota SAS and the campus ground of the International Islamic University. For the convenience of the guests, a shuttle bus service is provided between the two locations and Istana Abdul Aziz. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has called on Malaysians, especially Muslims, to be grateful for being able to carry out the Ramadan fasting without any disturbance and to celebrate Aidilfitri peacefully. The Prime Minister said many Muslims were unable to fast in peace as their countries were unstable, with some facing famine while others were exposed to threats which put their lives at risk.
Sebaliknya, kita di sini pada hari raya akan nikmati makanan dan juadah berlambak-lambak. Rezeki kita mungkin berlipat ganda. Hampir tidak ada pun seorang kita yang tidak dapat rayakan Aidilfitri dengan sempurna. Sesungguhnya, nasib kita orang Islam di negara ini adalah baik. Tanpa usaha dari kita pun kita dapat banyak nikmat. Kita merayakan Hari Raya Aidilfitri dengan gembira, dengan senang lenang di negara bertuah ini. Buat suatu hari.
Tun Dr. Mahathir also reminded the people to continue to work hard because without hard work, it would not be possible to remain at a comfortable level. He said Allah would not fulfill people's prayers and wishes unless they themselves made an effort to change their fate. The Prime Minister also reminded the people that the comfort enjoyed today was also contributed by those who worked for them, whether they were Malaysians or foreigners. Newly minted Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Chief Commissioner Latifah Bibi Koya on Tuesday announced that she has resigned as a PKR member. The former PKR Legal Bureau Chief, via Twitter, said she submitted her resignation letter with immediate effect as a party's ordinary member on Monday. The Prime Minister's office, in a statement on Tuesday, announced her appointment, replacing Datuk Sri Muhammad Shukri Abdul. The PMO said that her 2-year contract takes effect on June 1st. The PMO, in a statement, said the Yang di-Pertuan Agong had consented to Datuk Sri Shukri's request to have his contract as the MACC Chief Commissioner shortened. He was appointed to a 2-year contract on May 17th last year. The PMO said the government recorded its appreciation to Datuk Sri Shukri, who has made tremendous contributions to the nation during his tenure as the Chief Commissioner, and in line with the MACC Act 2009, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong had consented to the appointment of Latifah as the new head of the Anti-Graft Agency. The PMO said the appointment was among new and important measures taken in line with the process to reform government institutions. And on Tuesday, Latifah officially clocked in for work at 3:32 p.m. Earlier, Latifah received her appointment letter from Chief Secretary to the government, Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail Bakar, at the PMO in Putrajaya. Datuk Sri Shukri, meanwhile, on Tuesday, said that he has completed his mission for the anti-graft body. He said that he believes he has completed the task given by the government when he took on the position to head the MACC on May 17, 2018. Noting that his mission has been accomplished, Datuk Sri Shukri said he had done everything for the MACC and that he has placed the MACC on the right track now. He said all the MACC officers were very united and the support from the public was very strong, and so it was time to leave. Now, in a related development, PKR Communications Director Fahmi Fadzil tweeted that Latifah's appointment as MACC chief is seen as historic, as this is the first time a woman will lead the commission. He also pointed out that it is important that the public has confidence that Latifah would be truly independent of any party. Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin, in congratulating Latifah, said that it was a positive step towards empowering women in decision-making processes. She also said Latifah is the best choice by the Malaysian government in its effort to reform the administration towards having more integrity and becoming more transparent. In response to the appointment, the new MACC Chief Commissioner said in her tweet today that she had quit as an ordinary member of PKR with immediate effect yesterday upon being told of her impending appointment as the head of the Graft Buster. The Finance Ministry has announced that Bank Simpanan Nasional, BSN, has created almost 350,000 new accounts automatically starting from Monday under the name of the applicant's wife. This is done in order to assist the recipients who have failed to get the second phase of Bantuan Sara Hidup BSH 2019. In a statement, its minister, Lim Guan Eng, said the main reason for the move is because the payment failed to be credited due to incorrect bank account numbers registered. In line with that, recipients can go into any BSN branches in order to activate their accounts starting from Tuesday. Recipients will be able to obtain further information by contacting the number and email as stated. Prior to this, the Finance Ministry said out of 3.6 million households approved for BSH 2019, there were 300,000 recipients who did not receive the credited BSH payment into their bank accounts. Sixteen more deaths were recorded on the sixth day of the Op Slamat beginning May 29th, bringing the total number of casualties to date to 106 people. According to statistics released by Bukit Aman Police Corporate Communications Chief Dato Asmawati Ahmad, the number of deaths increased with 10,321 accidents recorded during the period. Based on the statistics, Selangor continued to record the highest death rate of 17 people, compared with 13 deaths recorded the previous day, followed by Johor with 14 deaths and Kedah with 11 deaths. Meanwhile, Perak and Sarawak recorded 10 deaths respectively. During that period, a total of 46,408 summonses were issued to motorists for various road offences through 1,898 operations conducted nationwide. In addition to accidents, house break-in cases were also reported to have risen, with 252 cases from 208 cases on Monday. Coming up after the break, cops on the hunt for road bully suspects. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Johor police are tracking down two men recorded confronting a following motorist with a parang and damaging the victim's car along the Pasir Gudang Highway. State Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Khalil Kadir Muhammad said Johor Bahru South District Police were investigating the incident based on a victim's report. Speaking at a media conference on Tuesday, he said police viewed the matter seriously.
Semalam video berkaitan dengan satu orang dia kira mengamuk lah. Kan saya dah kata banyak kali, apabila kita tak sabar, inilah jadi dia. Bila kita mengamuk kat jalan raya. So bila kita mengamuk kat jalan raya, ini dinamakan road rage, road bully dan sebagainya. Jadi sekarang ni polis JBS sedang mengesan orang tu, insya-Allah dalam masa terdekat kita akan dapat dia. Dan apabila kita melakukan sesuatu melampaui apa yang dikenaki, maka you have to answer the law.
In the 1 minute and 23-second video, a motorist was seen being threatened by two men in a Pahang-registered blue Honda Civic twice during a traffic congestion along the Pasir Gudang Highway. The video's timestamp shows it was recorded at 5:53 p.m. on Monday. Besides YouTube, it was also shared on popular Johor-based traffic and community Facebook pages. The road rage incident is the latest since a motorcyclist was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment for smashing a car's windscreen using his helmet. Also in Terengganu, 11 express bus passengers, including the driver and his assistant, managed to escape unhurt when the bus caught fire. The incident occurred at about 9:30 a.m. today at Chalok Road, Situ, Terengganu. The bus was traveling from Kota Bharu to Kuala Lumpur when it suddenly stopped before it caught fire. The bus was already burned by 30% when the firefighters arrived at the scene. The cause of the incident is still being investigated. Selangor police are hot on the heels of a robber armed with an automatic pistol who fired 2 shots in a bank in Glenmary and fled with about 130,000 ringgit on Monday. The 3:50 p.m. robbery, which took place at a bank at Utropolis Mall in High Kong Glenmary Industrial Area, ended in a mere 5 minutes. Shah Alam Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Baharuddin Mat Taib said there were 8 customers in the premises, along with 6 bank staff and 2 security guards at that time. The male suspect entered the bank armed with an automatic pistol, firing a shot into the ceiling twice before fleeing the bank with a bag of cash. The case was being investigated under Section 3 of the Firearms Increased Penalties Act 1971. At least 4 people in Darwin mass shooting. Details after this breather. We're back with the foreign news. In Australia, at least 4 men were killed and a woman was injured after a man went on a shooting spree in the northern city of Darwin on Tuesday. According to Police Commissioner Reece Kershaw, the rampage appeared to start just before 6 p.m. at the Palms Motel, where a gunman carrying a pump-action shotgun fired several rounds before moving to other nearby locations. Police, however, managed to arrest the suspect within an hour after the first shot was fired. It is learned that the 45-year-old gunman was well known to police and had been released on parole in January. The authorities later confirmed that the shooting was not an act of terrorism and are still investigating the motive behind the incident. As thousands of Malaysians have already reached their hometowns to celebrate the Aidilfitri, some have to stay and continue serving the country. And that includes us at TV3's News and Current Affairs Department. And now, with much pleasure, we'd like to wish everyone a Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Maaf Zahir dan Batin. I'm Nakia Bashiruddin. Thanks for keeping me company, and I'll see you soon.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وأعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله